I looked you up again last night, found a photograph of you online, and I took a shot for old times. Many years have gone by, but I'm still getting drunk off that smile, and I'm wondering where you're at tonight. Did you go to California? Or maybe Tampa Bay, Florida? Hey, did you move to the city? Friday night, the waitress smiles. There's a glimpse of you in her eyes, and I raise a glass for old times. Said, Diddy, I drive alongside your old house. There's a light shining so bright, wondering where you're at tonight. Did you go to California? Or maybe Tampa Bay, Florida? Hey, are you down in Alabama? Or maybe up in Montana? I don't even know if the drinks are talking. I don't even know if I'm broken hearted. All I know is I want you here right now. 'Cause baby, I'm a little drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you, baby. Did you go to California? Or maybe Tampa Bay, Florida? Did you move to the city? Oh, I bet you're still as pretty. I bet that you're living the American dream. I bet you got kids on the baseball team, but I just can't remember to forget your smile. Yeah. So give me one more night. Can we go back in time? 'Cause baby, I'm a little drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you. Yeah, I'm a little drunk on you.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
It's finally Friday, it's my day, and I'ma hit the bar with the crew, my buddies. And we might get too wild and crazy to go home to our ladies. It's finally Friday, working real damn hard and the tractors can wait till Monday. Switch up that 9 to 5 p.m. to 9 to 5 a.m. until Sunday. So call up the buddies and turn up a song and pop the Jack Honey. Yeah, my brother, it's time for that pregame. Get loose for the night. It's finally Friday, it's my day, and I'ma hit the bar with the crew, my buddies. And we might get too wild and crazy to go home to our lady. It's finally Friday, it's my day, and I'ma drink a few more beers than I would on a weekday. We might get a little too late, 2 a.m. told me we gotta quit. It's finally Friday. It's finally Friday. I've been breaking my back all week, but hard work pays off and drinking money. We're gonna get a bit rowdy tonight, turn up and get loud, cause we came here to party. Yeah, it's finally Friday, it's my day, and I'ma hit the bar with the crew, my buddies. And we might get too wild and crazy to go home to our lady. It's finally Friday, it's my day, and I'ma drink a few more beers than I would on a weekday. We might get a little too late, 2 a.m. told me we gotta quit. It's finally Friday. Get your drinks up high in the air to a party night if you don't care. Get a little buzz on, mix with the strong one, and get them up in the air. It's finally Friday, it's my day, and I'ma hit the bar with the crew, my buddies. And we might get too wild and crazy to go home to our lady. It's finally Friday, it's my day, and I'ma drink a few more beers than I would on a weekday. We might get a little too late, 2 a.m. told me we gotta quit. It's finally Friday. Finally Friday. Finally Friday.
It is finally Friday, but we've got a new name for it here at Indie Country Radio. We're going to call it Freebie Friday. That's right. Mr. Ty March right there, by the way. Ty March Country, Facebook and Twitter. And before that, we kicked the show off with Silver Drive 35. And that's where you can follow them on Twitter as well, and a great tune called Drunk on You. Well, I'll tell you what, we are going to be doing giveaways every Friday now. That's why we're calling it Freebie Friday. Freaky Friday, too. It's going to be a good one. Mr. Haas going to be coming up here just in a little bit. But we're going to give away 2 CDs today on my show. In the first hour, I'm going to give away a Snakebite CD called My Road. They are an awesome Canadian group. You're going to love their music. And then we're going to give away a Tammany CD in the second hour. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to have a lot of good stuff coming in. I'll tell you what number you got to be live in the chat room. Just come in and say, I want that Snakebite CD. And if you're the right number, you're going to get it. Give me your address and I will send it to you this weekend. And then we're going to do Tammany CD in the second hour. We're going to interview Haas from San Antonio, Texas at 11:30 today, a.m. Central Time. So get on your social media. Tell everybody Indie Country Radio is live on the air again. Today's Country with Tim Kelly. Just go to Spreaker.com, search Indie Country Radio, or you can listen live on our website, IndieCountryRadio.net. Click those little headphones right there. Not the ones with my grandson. That's him. That's right. That other one below him is Brenda's grandson, Mr. Thomas. But we're going to have a good time today. So be sure to get everybody to tune in. You're going to love the show. Mr. Matt Van Fossen is up now from West Virginia. Where are you going to run to now? How about Indie Country Radio? New Country's best on a Freebie Friday.
Sun coming up, West Virginia, how we just couldn't sleep in the bed that you made. We're gonna run to now. We're gonna run to now. Radio on, coffee black in your cup. Don't know where you're going, only know you can't stop. We're gonna run to now. We're gonna run to now. looking up, reaching out to hold you, offering the love, fading in your rear view. Where you gonna run to now? Where you gonna run to now? Tomorrow coming fast over the horizon, Jesus on the dash, devil riding shotgun. Where you gonna run to now? Where you gonna run to now? When you run out of road, run out of reasons, run out of luck and lies to believe in, where you gonna run to? Running so fast the past far behind you, running so fast the future can't find you. Where you gonna run to now? You're running on empty. You can't get you free, or you won't get where you wanna go till you try standing still. When you run out of road, run out of reasons, run out of luck and lies to believe in, where you gonna run to? Running so fast the past far behind you, running so fast the future can't find you. Where you gonna run to? Where you gonna run to now? We're gonna run to yeah, we're gonna run to now.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
You and I never stood a chance. Our parents go way back. A small town, we were bound to be friends. To you, I was one of the guys, and I swear, despite your blue
They are the great Case Hastings Band from the state of Ohio. Great tune called Just Friends. And what a great morning show we had this morning. The Rise and Shine Show with Brenda Corbin from Ohio as well. She's from Wooster, Ohio. She has her own rooster. And last night she had me up for a couple of hours making her some new liners. And she likes that cartoon Foghorn Leghorn. Any of you guys watch that from Looney Tunes back in the day? Boy, I sure did as a kid. And I'll say, boy, those turned out pretty good if I do say so myself. That's right, they did. And so be sure to tune in to the Rise and Shine Show with Miss Brenda Corbin. She'll be back on the air Monday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time with another great edition. Well, we got Miss Alexis Taylor up right now. We'll have Haas coming on the air shortly, live with yours truly. This is called Blame It on the Whiskey. Alexis Taylor on today's Country from Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on a Freebie Friday.
So let me guess, you went out drinking with your friends, leaving me a message saying you'll be here in a bit. I check the clock, it's 2 a.m. and that's when you come stumbling in, crawling into bed with me. Well, here we go again. You're saying you miss me, but you're blaming on the whiskey, 'cause I know you hate to sleep alone. And you lean in to kiss me, but you're blaming on the whiskey. The next time I don't pick up the phone, blame the whiskey, 'cause I'll be gone. Blame the whiskey, 'cause I'll be gone. A week goes by and not one word. When Friday comes, you can be sure you'll be knocking at my door saying, baby, let me in. Well, don't you know you're wasting time? Save your breath, I heard your lies. You sure are Prince Charming when that bottle hits your lips. You're saying you miss me, but you're blaming on the whiskey, 'cause I know you hate to sleep alone. And you lean in to kiss me, but you're blaming on the whiskey. The next time I don't pick up the phone, blame the whiskey.
She is your country music channel female vocalist of the year for this year. Her name is Christy Lamb from Sydney, Australia. Her latest single right there is called Bad Habit. Well, I've got a couple of bad habits. One's getting on the radio every day. No, that's a good habit, actually. The bad habit might be telling the clean joke of the day, but I'm going to do that again right now as well. Then after the joke is over, I'll post it on the website a little bit later on, and you can share it with your friends, family, and coworkers. So here we go. Why did the cross-eyed teacher lose her job? Because she couldn't control her pupils. Well, I'll tell you what, sometimes that just happens, doesn't it? They call that detention if you can't control your pupils, right? Mr. Travis Clark is up next. Travis Clark Country on Facebook and Twitter. This is a great active military tribute song. It is called Home Sweet Home, Mr. Travis Clark. And we'll have Haas live on the air right after this.
Today, a little girl waves goodbye to her daddy flying out of sight, headed overseas to fight for rights. Today, a mother sees her son off, not knowing if he'll come home. She wipes the tears from her eyes and longs for the day he comes home. Home, sweet home. Home, home, sweet home. We all want 'em home, sweet home. Today, a soldier's lying away in a bed half a world away, praying he gets to see the birth of his newborn. Today, a black draped box is on a plane. A soldier's headed back to the States, to a family with a son that lost his life for his home. Home, sweet home. Home, home, sweet home. I want him home, sweet home. We all think we got it so bad, we don't even know what we have. Such big decisions to make. Is it cream or sugar in your coffee you take? Truth is, it's a freedom we got from our young men and women, the soldiers who died, fought for freedom, making us proud. Every time you see them, wave them down. Tell them how much you love them, kiss them and hug them, honor and protect them. That's the least we could do for them, being brave. They didn't know us and fought for us anyway. So next time at the local Starbucks, and that big decision pops up, chug it on down in your $5 cup. After all, your freedom was fought for. Home, sweet home. Home, home, sweet home. We all want 'em home, sweet home. Home, sweet home. I want 'em home, sweet home.
His name is Travis Clark. Travis Clark Country again on Facebook and Twitter, and a great tribute song to all of our active military and our veterans as well. It is called Home Sweet Home, and yes, we want 'em home. Well, we're the home for new country music, and we are pleasured to have Mr. Haas with us today from San Antonio, Texas. How are you today?
I'm doing well, sir. Good morning.
I'm doing good, too, and we appreciate you taking your time out to be with us today. And, man, it's been a great week of live interviews, but this one I've really been looking forward to because I knew that you guys were already blowing it up on Twitter since Monday, I think, and social media, Facebook and all that. So good stuff. We like to see all that.
Awesome. Yeah, the Haas Movement team is just fantastic, man. They're spread out all over the world, and they really help with all of this stuff. So
they sure do, man. Every time we play one of your songs, and we get a lot of requests for your music too, But you can see that Hoss movement. We call it the Hoss Posse, you know, too. You might even hashtag that one. You got a posse, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into country music. Of course, it's not hard in the state of Texas because that's one of the biggest places that we get our music from is Texas and Canada, believe it or not. But how'd you get into country music?
Well, I tell you, Tim, I was as a youngster, I was a rebel. I didn't want anything to do with country music. I grew up in a country music listening family, and I was the black sheep, if you will. Yeah. I only wanted to do rock and roll music. So I did that for quite some time. But the whole time I was doing it, my mom always said, I really wish you'd sing some country songs. I really wish you'd do some country music. And later on, after I, went through my military service and came back and, got into music again, I thought it'd be a good tribute, especially to my mom. Yeah. And the first song I wrote was about my parents and parents and friends who I lost over the years. And they inspired this first song out of me, and I was like, wow, sounds pretty good. Let's keep going with it. And so in 2015, that's when we started writing the record and started out with just a couple of tunes. And we realized how well it was coming along, and we decided to go full on with a full album. So,
man, that's awesome.
Livin'.
Livin' is the title of the album. I've got that song loaded up to play today for the folks. One of the most requested songs, and then this other one called Pair of Queens, and I do believe you have a video out to that we put on this channel that we started, Indie Country Television, because I got to thinking here a while back, CMT was pretty big for helping the indie artists get started, and now we call them mainstream artists, all the Blake Sheltons and, and Kelsey Ballerinis out there and that type of thing. But you guys have a lot of fully produced videos too, and you work hard on making those, and I thought, man, we need to do something for them. So we put that up there, and Pair of Queens is on there, and if you have one or two more coming out, we'd sure like to have those, and we'll add them as well.
Absolutely. We'll get them to you as soon as they come out. We got a new one coming out pretty soon. And actually, the video you guys have is Livin'. The video for Pair of Queens is not done yet.
Oh, okay. Livin'. That's it. Yep. All right. So, good stuff, man. And tell me about writing music. I ask a lot about that because most of the artists that we play on this radio station write their own music. How did you come about writing that tune called Livin'? Just from your life experiences?
So, most of us indie artists, we have day jobs too, right?
Right.
And man, I was just at a point with my employer at the time where I was just frustrated, and that's really what that song is about. It's kind of like giving it to the man. Mm-hmm. And I was actually in a hotel in El Paso, Texas, when the idea for the chorus came to me. And I was sitting out. It was after work hours, and I was just not in a good way mentally right then. I was mad at my boss, and I just wrote it, man. It came so easy. Yeah, that one did.
Well, you did a great job on it. I mean, you got the beach wave effects coming in at the end and everything, on that song, and I love it, So it's well produced.
Yeah, I got to give some of those, those production techniques and stuff. I got to give credit to my buddy who did all the mixing and mastering of the record out in California. His name is Jesse Bilson. Okay. Yeah, he's just an awesome dude, and he did a lot of good work on there, and yeah, he's fantastic.
Absolutely. So. Well, let's give a shout out to your recording studio. Do you have a place there in Texas that you go?
Tim, I'll tell you, man, this record was done all over the country. Really, there was a couple of the tracks. Stuff was done at 2 different studios in California, and then a handful of studios here in South Texas.
Okay.
So. Most of all the vocal work was done here with my other co-producer named Chase Gent, here at his studio, Studio 66, right here in San Antonio. And then, of course, I took most of the music stuff, and the mixing and mastering was done out in California in Hermosa Beach.
Right.
So.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I want to ask you this question because fans might be curious on how the name Hoss come about, if that's a nickname or whatever. But, I do a lot of research, especially before the show when I'm getting ready to interview somebody, and I'm so busy I really didn't have time to research you. And I was wondering, today, how can I find this guy on Facebook? Because I wanted to tag you in the post when it got started. So, your name's not Hoss, whatever your last name is. It's something else. But how did you get the name Hoss? How did it come about?
So yeah, it is a nickname from back in, post high school days. We had a bunch of friends that hung out together all the time, and there were about 3 or 4 guys named John, and that's my first name, John. And so it just kind of happened. Everybody got different little nicknames, so we could tell which John people were talking about. And my last name is Halsell, and people just kind of shortened it and came up with the term Hoss, and they've been calling me that for for years.
I didn't know if you want to put that out there or not. Now you're going to get all kinds of friend requests, so look out. That'll be something that'll happen today later on.
I would suggest to the listeners just follow the Hoss fan page at Hoss Music SATX on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. So.
Absolutely. Well, I'm looking at a couple of names, and maybe we can talk about these a little bit in the world of country music that influence you. But Mr. Hank Williams is one of them, and Mr. Johnny Cash, of course. And we have those artists come up all the time, those names. But let me ask you this as an artist. Now, you're out there performing, doing live shows in front of folks. What would be your dream gig? What artist, dead or alive, would you like to either perform in front of or do a duet with?
Oh, my goodness. So of the newer artists that are around right now, I'm a big fan of Florida Georgia Line. I love all of their harmonies and their melodies and how they incorporate different genres. Some people might call it bro country, and it's not traditional and those types of things. But I mean, they just write good songs.
Yeah,
they really do.
They really do.
And then of older artists, Hank Williams Jr. He was kind of a rebel. Hank Williams Sr., I'm sorry, old school. So when I was a little kid growing up, my parents were listening to that stuff all the time. And I was immersed in it. And so just his style and, kind of his outlawish attitude, if you will, at the time, was just fantastic. And I love it. Yep. Real simple songs and just good hooks and good lyric writing. Fantastic.
Love it. I seen a Hunter Hayes concert here in Springfield, Missouri. I'm in between Springfield and Branson, Missouri, and I did security for the Hunter Hayes concert. And then I seen a video later on after I was doing some research on him of him performing when he was 5 years old in front of Hank Williams Sr. on stage. And when I went to that concert, that gentleman is talented. He could play the guitar, he could play the piano, he could play the drums. He did all of that in his live show. Then he's running around all over the arena. They had different microphones set up, and he's just, man, he wore me out. And I wasn't on the floor security. I was in an aisle or two, keeping the crowd from jumping over these ropes, but the security had to follow him everywhere, and I know those guys were wore out at the end of that show.
Now, Hunter's awesome. Yeah. I wish I was that talented. I write the songs. I wrote, primary songwriter on every song on the record.
Yeah.
But I didn't play an instrument, not a lick on the record, right? Because I'm just not that good.
Yeah,
well, simple.
And there's a lot of artists that we have that, don't even have a full band, but they sing like you wouldn't believe. And, and they have used studio musicians. A lot of artists record from their home. And with technology now the way it is, sometimes you cannot tell that it was recorded in a home studio. And it's just so much good music out there being made, and it finds its way to indie country radio. And our motto is, if you like it, buy it. Help you guys out. Those CDs are, top notch that you guys make. Because you're not going to, you're that kind of artist. You're not going to say, hey, that's okay, that sounds all right, let's put it out there. Your music is awesome, man.
Man, I tell you what, Tim, I'm a big proponent of what sounds good, and if it didn't sound good to me, because I'm a music fan first, and if it didn't sound good or pass my litmus test, it wouldn't be on the CD or it wouldn't be out there. So
right, we can tell. We can absolutely tell.
Fortunately for me, being in the music business, whether it's rock musicians or country musicians, I'm surrounded by a lot of good talent that are friends of mine. So I had the resources to do this record that it didn't bankrupt me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, right. Yeah, I talked to an artist yesterday, and he said it can be even more, you know, but when you go into the studio just to record one song can be well upwards of $2,000 for one song. You put 8 or 10 of those on a CD, you're talking some serious money, not counting promotions and then, you know, CD covers and everything else that goes into it. There's a lot involved behind the scenes, isn't there?
No doubt about it, and that's why I say I'm fortunate, because I didn't hit any kind of numbers like that in the financial category for producing this record. So
yeah,
I'm very fortunate to all the contributors on my record.
Absolutely. Well, I want to ask you about going on tour. I don't know if you've went and done a lot of live shows around Texas, and maybe your goal is to go all over the country with it. But the one tour that you did do a couple of, and I want to talk about this, is when you took a break from country music altogether and you joined the U.S. Army and you did a couple of tours there. We want to thank you for your service, man. There's nothing better than what our veterans did for this country, and their active military are still doing for it.
Oh, man, thank you so much. Appreciate it. The kind words are fantastic. I'll tell you real quick, Tim, I'm the youngest of 7 kids.
Wow.
And I was the last one to make the choice to join the military. So every one of my brothers served, either Air Force or Navy, and my father was a World War II vet. So when I made the choice, it was just something I felt I was supposed to do. Even though I waited, I didn't do it at such a young age like the rest of my siblings. But
yeah,
it was the best thing I ever did. You know, just from a self-fulfilling position, you know, it was just the greatest thing to be able to serve. Unfortunately, I got to do a couple of tours to the Middle East, and be separated from my family for, you know, a couple of years between the two. And that was rough, but it was character building, and just gave me a different perspective on life and how good we have it here in the United States.
Absolutely.
You know, in all the free countries around the world, because some of the places I've been, wow.
Yeah, I
That's
hear
all
you.
I can say.
Well, we have it good in this country because of guys like you and your family and your brothers and all that, and what you guys have done for this country to keep us safe and, keep us free. And it's absolutely a wonderful thing that you do that and give your time and your blood and sweat and tears to this country. That is amazing.
Well, thank you.
You know, I attend a lot of shows down here in Branson, Missouri. I've said this many times on the radio, too. And one thing that most every show that I've ever been to does is they take time out to have the veterans stand up and give them a round of applause. And they do it for each branch of service during the live shows. And I love that part about Branson, Missouri. They pay tribute to the veterans.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's really amazing.
Yep. So if you ever get a chance to come here, you'll absolutely enjoy it. We'll have a good time hanging out, get together, and we can ride that new 150-foot Ferris wheel they put in here from Chicago.
It's on my bucket list. Branson is for sure. It's one place I hadn't been. I've been a lot of places around Tennessee, around the country, everywhere. I've not been to Branson, so.
Yep. Sounds good. And, that's something that I got to thinking about a while back. You know, we need to work with some of these venues and see if we can't get you guys booked in here. They got some great places to play, and you would absolutely love these big theaters. And I'm sure, you know, this Haas movement that you got going on, you could pack the seats out for sure.
I appreciate it, man. I couldn't be doing this, what I'm doing without them, man. I got, like I said, we're spread out all over the world. We got Australia, we got the UK, Canada,
yeah,
both coasts of the United States. We got people in Nashville, so
absolutely.
Couldn't do it without them, that's for sure. Right. I love them.
Well, let's talk about another kind of support for just a minute, because, when you do your 2 tours in the military, you definitely got to have that family support, because they're going to be without you for a while. Let's talk about your music career and your family support there. You got a wife and kids, and how's that for you when you got to go out on the road a little bit and play some music? How they think about that?
Well, I tell you what, Tim, you hit it on the head. When I was in the military, I walked away from music completely for 8 years. I didn't do a thing musically. And then when I got back into it, and I told my wife I was going to do country music, she was kind of dumbfounded. She's like, what? And then I started writing the songs, and she's like, oh, those are good. I like them. And pretty soon it started going on, and then, you know, I told her, well, we're going to just go ahead and do a whole album and release it. And she thought I was crazy, you know. But once it was done, I mean, she's been very supportive. You know, it was a financial hit on, you know, on the family for me to do it, but it's something I wanted to do, and it's inspired by my folks, and, you know, bless my mom's soul. She didn't get to live long enough to hear it, but, you know, when I played some of the songs for my siblings and I saw them start tearing up, that was the first thing they thought of, right, was my mom. Right. Yeah, they thought, God, I wish Mama was here to hear this, you know.
Are you going to pattern yourself after your mom and have about 7 kids?
I've got 4, actually, and I'm done.
Oh, you're on your way.
I've got 4 and I'm done.
You're done, huh? Okay. Well, that was my mom. I'm the oldest of 5 boys, and she kept trying for a girl. So my youngest brother, he wasn't supposed to be a boy, but he is. And then after that, she was done.
Yeah, I've got 4, and my first 3 were boys, and I kept trying for a girl, and my wife was taking a lot more convincing every time we got to the next one.
Yeah, they get expensive too, don't they? Well,
yeah, no doubt.
Yep. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to break up the interview a little bit. We're going to play this song called Livin'. Everybody has been requesting this song. Miss Lula Bradbury's in our chat room right now. We call her the station mom. She's from Indianapolis, Indiana. We have actually met face-to-face and stayed in the same cottage in an award show. And so we've met her multiple times, and she loves your music. She supports the indie artists like no other. And we've got a lot of people in here in the chat room that do that too. But for somebody at Lula's age and stature of life to love this new indie country, I've never seen anything like it in my life, you know. And I was oblivious to how much good country music is out there that doesn't get on radio airplay until I started doing this about 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, there is a lot of good talent out there, and it's so hard for us to get, you know, terrestrial radio to play us. But I love Miss Lula, man, from the first time I joined into one of your chat rooms and listened to your show.
Yeah,
she jumped on the Haas train right away.
Exactly, you know, and she's not on the caboose either. She's right up there next to the engineer. I mean, she wants to drive that thing.
Yeah, she's shoveling coal into the engine.
That's right. She does that for sure. All right, well, we're going to play Livin' for the folks and let them hear some of that good production right here and that good singing as well, Mr. Haas. We're right here on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Cause I can't get by without overtime. Ramen noodles ain't fine cuisine, and they ain't my thing. Got a broken down truck, bills stacking up, need a little kicker in my Dixie cup. Man, I wish I could find that thing called the American dream. Everybody's talking about all those things I can't live without them. I'm just about through, so I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my time, my tequila with a lime. I'm gonna hang out on the beach with my guitar and I'll be chillin'. One-way ticket in my hand, building castles in the sand. Without a doubt from here on out, I'm gonna be living. Yes, I am. I'm gonna grab a margarita with my little senorita. Tell the boss man I don't need ya. There comes a time when you gotta draw that line, and I found mine, standing strong, moving on, just like that Johnny Paycheck song. Take this job and shove it up your behind, where the sun don't shine. Everybody's talking about all those things I can't live without them. I'm just about through, so I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my time, my tequila with a lime. I'm gonna hang out on the beach with my guitar and I'll be chillin'. One-way ticket in my hand, building castles in the sand. Without a doubt from here on out, I'm gonna be living like I just don't care. To no millionaire, cause no amount of money got that chicken in my hand. Without a doubt, from here on out, I'm gonna be living.
Oh, man, we love that song. It is called Livin'. It is Hoss right here on Indie Country Radio. The Hoss Train live in the chat room as well. And you got a UK fan base, man. You got it going on the big Twitter machine, as we call it. You're rocking that thing.
Oh, man, I love them all.
Yeah.
Hoss Fans UK, Hoss Music Train. I got all kinds of stuff going on out
Yep,
there.
we love it, and we love the music too. And you were talking about writing the song, so I want to congratulate you on making the finals of the Nashville Universe Awards in the songwriting category. So you guys go to NashvilleUniverse.com if you haven't already. Join it. It's free to become a member of the Nashville Universe and vote for Hoss as Songwriter of the Year. And let's see him walk the red carpet at the Wild Horse Saloon this May the 8th and win a trophy as well and get it handed to you from Mr. Stormy Warren. I know the feeling. He's a great guy, and boy, we sure had a blast last time.
Oh, man, that'd be fantastic. And you know what? We were nominated initially in the first round for 5 different categories.
Yeah.
Song of the Year, Radio Single, Video, and Male Art Star, Male Vocalist. And along with Songwriter. But I tell you what, Songwriter is the one that I most wanted because that's the most valuable one to me.
Right.
And I know there's a lot better singers than I am. But
well, there's not too many. I mean, no, not really. No. You are awesome, man. Well, let me ask you about songwriting for a minute, because I talk about that a lot in the shows, actually. Not some, but a lot. What is your songwriting style? Do you wake up at 3 in the morning, write down an idea, and then finish it later? Or can you do like a Taylor Swift, sit down with a napkin, and in 30 minutes finish a song from start to finish? What's your style like?
So it's all of those things. And you know what? I utilize the voice notes or voice memo on my iPhone all the time. Because sometimes I'm driving and I see something, or sometimes, I hear something, and I just jot it down, or I get a melody in my head and I put it in my voice notes. And when I'm actually ready to sit down with a guitar and actually start hashing stuff out, I start going back through those things. And I think you're going to play Pair of Queens here in a little bit. And that song was initially written as a rock tune about 7 years before we released the album.
Oh, wow.
And I went back to it, and it wasn't ever finished. It was just in a notes format, just a little scratch pad type of thing. And I started reworking it and turned it into Pair of Queens. So, I mean, you never know. That song took 7 years to get where it was supposed to be. And then Livin', on the other hand, happened in 30 minutes.
Wow.
So.
That's awesome.
So,
well, and I talk about what goes on behind the scenes, too, that the titles might even change, or some of the lyrics you might say, I want to rearrange that a little bit and do this and do that, and you tweak the song, because we get songs sent to us that, even originally had an original, different title originally, and we have to go in there and change it to what it is now, even in the library that we have. So there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes before it's completely ready, huh?
Oh, no doubt about it. And I leverage, like I told you, my co-producers and all of the resources that I have available to me, friends and, professional musicians. I leverage all of those guys, and I'll do a scratch up of the song. And I have a home studio, of course. Mm-hmm. And I'll do a rough of a song, and then I'll send it out. And, I'll get a little feedback from people. Hey, change this line, do this, change this melody, whatever it might be. And so, yeah, while I am the primary songwriter on every song on the record, I don't do it alone. That's for sure. There's only one song on the record that I wrote completely by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: is there another album in the works? Do you have a song and maybe a title picked for it, if there is, or how many songs do you have? Maybe would you say in your library that are yet to be released and that are just kind of hanging out there?
So for the first record, we demoed up about 15 or 16 songs. And then we picked the 10 that we thought were the best. So we had a few left over, and those might make it to the next record. But the next full-length album is going to take us a little bit. We were hoping to get it out by the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to happen. But we got a little surprise in store for folks. So I'm not going to divulge too much about it. But we'll probably be doing an EP. And the whole concept of the EP, we'll talk about that when we get closer to the release date. But it'll be 4 songs, And it's going to be an interesting and fun little project that we're doing. So we'll have something out right around summertime, probably, beginning of summer.
Sounds good. Well, I'll tell you what, I got a little surprise for the folks, too. And if they hadn't seen the live chat this morning while we just got on the air, you said that you had a couple of CDs that you would love us to give away as well. We got this thing called Freebie Friday going on.
Yeah, let's do it.
You betcha. So I'll tell you how we're going to do it. We're going to play Pair of Queens now, and I want Brenda Corbin to be looking at the chat room, and I'll say the third new person that comes into the chat room and says, I want Haas CD, I want a Haas CD, is going to win it. She's going to get their information and send it to them over Facebook.
Perfect. That'll work.
Good?
We'll
All
get it
right.
out to them.
Well, let me ask you before we go about your social media, so if somebody wants to make your day a little bit better and make your world go around, where can they purchase your CDs?
So they can hit our website, which is www.hawk-music.com. And then any of the social media sites, of course, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, it's at Hawks Music, SACS.
Okay.
And then, of course, any of the music platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Streaming, Amazon, you name it, Google Play Store, you can find us everywhere.
All right. That sounds good, man. I appreciate you taking the time out to do this interview today, and what a way to end the week with the one and only Haas. Great music, great interview, and we wish you much success in the world of country music. You are well on your way, and keep writing the hits, will you?
Absolutely, Tim. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm giving a big shout-out to all the Haas movement out there. They love Pair of Queens, so...
You betcha. We do, too. We'll play it right now on Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best with the one and only Haas.
I've always been known as a gambling man, taking chances wherever I can, always trying to get something for nothing, man, that ain't no plan. I've been knocked down, kicked around, stuck in a rut, and I needed just a little more than lady luck. And so I worked real hard, played my cards right, got me a natural full house all night. Hey mama, yeah, I must be doing something right. I'm going all in 'cause I'm in it to win. Am I the luckiest man alive to wind up with a pair of queens? Yeah, the sweetest day you've ever seen. They go good with my three kings. I'm just an ace in the hole. Well, one's got my diamonds, the other my heart, and I knew I had a winning hand from the start. Hey, I didn't come here to settle for 19. I got a pair of queens. Now don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to brag, but I always thought I had those ladies in the bag. You wanna hold them down in Texas, boy, you can't shiver. Gotta turn and fly and float down the river. Hey mama, yeah, I must be doing something right. I'm going all in 'cause I'm in it to win. Am I the luckiest man alive to wind up with a pair of queens? Yeah, the sweetest day you've ever seen. But you're good with my three kings. I'm just an ace in the hole. Well, one's got my diamonds, the other my heart, and I knew I had a winning hand from the start. Hey, I didn't come here to settle for 19. I got a pair of queens. Man, I'm glad I didn't double down on that crazy wheel that keeps spinning round. I still can't believe that she didn't leave, but just look at my hand and you'll know lucky man. Yeah, I must be doing something right. I'm going all in 'cause I'm in it to win. Am I the luckiest man alive to wind up with a pair of queens? Yeah, the sweetest band you've ever seen. They go good with my three kings. I'm just an ace in the hole. Well, one time it's down on the other, my heart, and I knew I had a winning hand from the start. Hey, I didn't come here to settle for 19. I got a pair of queens. I got a pair of queens. And Lord, I'm a lucky man. All right.
It's time for another hour of today's best music. Uninterrupted. Your commercial-free music is on. It's like someone broke in your house, stole your CDs, and started a radio station.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! 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 Up to the basement! In the basement! In the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Living in the heartland, my daddy told me, always look a man in the eye. When I was 13, I had a big dream. It's my time to shine. There's a road I'm going, there's a life unfolding. This road is mine. There's a dream I'm dreaming, there's belief I believe in. Risk it all the time. My road is long and winding. It's taking me some time. My road is busted and broken. My road is mine. Driving in the sunshine, straddling the white line, got music in my head. Few miles of freedom, worth kings a ransom, so my life is spared. Now that I'm older, the world on my shoulder, I feel like Hercules. Sometimes the pain, sometimes the strain, brings me to my knees. There's a road I'm going, there's a life unfolding. This road is mine. There's a dream I'm dreaming, there's belief I believe in. Risk it all the time. My road is long and winding. It's taking me some time. My road is busted and broken. My road is mine.
They are the great Canadian group Snakebite. We've played them for some time, just not on this radio station, and they sent me a CD a long time ago. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it away right now. The next person that tells me I want the Snakebite CD live in the chat room, and Brenda's watching it too, is going to win it. That's right, it's sitting right here on my desk. And we also want to congratulate Nathan live in our chat room right now, Mr. Nathan Middleton. He just won a signed copy of the Haas CD called Livin' that we just talked about right here on Indie Country Radio. What a great interview that was. Haas, he is in the chat room still from San Antonio, Texas. I want to thank you, my friend, for doing such a great radio interview today and promoting your song Livin' and the whole CD. Absolutely love it. You guys need to go out and buy it. So head over to haasmusic.com and check out what he's got going on. Show him some love by buying the music that you absolutely love from right here on Indie Country Radio, the stuff that we play. Well, we play this gentleman a lot. You can't go wrong with great country music from Texas, I'm telling you. This gentleman is from Montgomery, Texas. His name is Josh Ward. Josh Ward Music on Facebook and Twitter. This is called Together on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on a Freebie Friday.
There's a lot about me that you don't know. There's a whole lot of things that I don't show. But you can tell when something's weighing on my mind. You always find a way to make things right. Oh, but girl, you got me pouring my heart out tonight. You're the rock to wrap my arms around, my true north when I'm headed south, a lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up, you give me shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together. I won't lay my burdens down on your back for you to carry around. So girl, I hope that you understand it's just a part of me being a man. Oh, but girl, you got me pouring my heart out tonight. You're a rock to wrap my arms around, my true north when I'm headed south, a lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up, you give me shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together. Girl, you show me every day, but I love it more when I hear you say, you're the rock to wrap my arms around, my true north when I'm headed south, a lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up, give me shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together. You're
Song of the Week is next on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
In the middle of nowhere, took a left till we ran out of pavement. The old dirt roads was our final destination. We turned the dial, checked the FM stations. Those dash lights set the mood right, baby. You and me getting backseat crazy. Yeah, it feels so right. And every song that played on the radio that night said everything I needed to say. Check, kiss, and know you look so good in love. Ain't nothing better than George Strait. Didn't have to speak a word that night. We let the radio play. Up to sunrise, hung over from the love of last night. I pushed the hair away from your eyes. Look at you, baby, glowing in the sunshine. Little walk down by the creek side, flowers in your hair, skinny dipping on my mind. Hang your tank top on that limb. Come on, baby, let's jump right in. Every song that played on the radio that night said everything I needed to say. Check, kiss, and know you look so good in love. Ain't nothing better than George Strait. Didn't have to speak a word that night. Let the radio play. Song that played on the radio that night said everything I needed to say. Check, kiss, and know you look so good in love. Ain't nothing better than George Strait. Didn't have to speak a word that night. No. Let the radio play.
We are letting the radio play right now. They are the Lewis Hill Project. That is called Let the Radio Play. It is our featured song of the week. You've been hearing it all week long on every live show. And when we're not live, letting the radio play, you can catch that song anytime you wish on our website, indiecountryradio.net. Just click that Song of the Week tab. There's a player right under the Lewis Hill Project picture, and you can let the radio play anytime you wish. Well, be sure to let it play tomorrow night live with Mr. Rob Charles. He'll be on the air at 8 o'clock Central Time with another edition of Kickin' Country with Rob Charles. And so be sure to come into his chat room and harass him, and give him lots of love, stuff like I do. That's right. And you guys will have a good time, and he'll play your requests too. We love doing that for you guys. Kickin' Country with Rob Charles tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central Time, right here on Indie Country Radio. Well, this next gentleman is not only a country music artist, he is also an actor. You can catch him Tuesday nights on the Discovery Channel on the show Moonshiners. Moonshiner Tyler is where you can find him on Twitter. His brand new single is called Home from Tyler Wood on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
First time I found you, I knew I had changed. Yeah, you showed me true love, didn't push me away. The things I've seen my eyes can't erase. Must be losing my mind, gotta get out of this place. One of these days it'll all be gone. And when it comes, I'm headed home to the blue sky. My father's arms open wide, waiting there to welcome me in. Home on the other side, leaving this world behind. Feel like I've been born again. No, I'll never live my life in fear, 'cause I know as soon as my work is done here, I'm headed home. I've been a wreck, I've been forgiven when I wasn't my best. But you turned the light on and lit up my soul. Now I can see there's only one way home to the blue sky. My father's arms open wide, waiting there to welcome me in. Home on the other side, leaving this world behind. Feel like I've been born again. No, I'll never live my life in fear, 'cause I know as soon as my work is done here, I'm headed home. The end of the road ain't no ordinary place. It's much more than just amazing grace. The faith in your heart is what'll open them gates. Lord, take me home to the blue sky. My father's arms open wide, waiting there to welcome me in. Home on the other side, leaving this world behind. Feel like I've been born again. No, I'll never live my life in fear, 'cause I know as soon as my work is done here, I'm headed home. Lord, take me home.
If he don't play that song, I'm gonna spit some chaw in his eye.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universal Awards Radio Network of the Year, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Hit it! The car won't start, it's falling apart. I was late for work and the boss got smart. My panty line shows, got a run in my hose. My hair went flat, man, I hate that. Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, I realized I forgot my purse. With all this stress, I must confess, this could be worse than PMS. This job ain't worth the pay. Can't wait till the end of the day. Hey, honey, I'm on my way. Hey, 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 honey, I'm home and I had a hard day. Pour me a cold one and oh, by the way, rub my feet, give me something to eat, and fix me up my favorite treat. Honey, I'm back, my head's killing me. I need to relax, watch TV, get off the phone, give the dog a bone. Hey, hey, honey, I'm home. I broke a nail, opening the mail. I cursed out loud 'cause it hurt like hell. This job's a pain, it's so mundane. It sure don't stimulate my brain. This job ain't worth the pay. Can't wait till the end of the day. Hey, honey, I'm
You certainly are home. You're at your home for new country music right here on Indie Country Radio. But that is a great Shania Twain cover, isn't it? Her name is Jennifer Malotte, and we had a great radio interview just the other day. And she is also in the finals for the Nashville Universe Awards. And Jennifer, it escapes me what category, so if you'll tell them in the chat room, and you guys be sure to head over to NashvilleUniverse.com. If you haven't already become a member of the Nashville Universe, do that right now so you can vote in the second round of the award show. And I'll tell you what, the voting's only going to last about 10 days, and then they're going to get that thing cranked off on May the 8th, and we're going to maybe see you on the red carpet. I know Brenda's planning on going because she made the finals. I hope I can go there and support her as well. If she'll loan me a few bucks, I'm there. Rising Star, that is the category for Miss Jennifer Malotte. And boy, that's an appropriate category, isn't it? She truly is that for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, I want to tell you what I got coming up next week for radio interviews, so you guys can be sure to tune in. Coming up Monday, I'll be live with Jaegertown. Then Tuesday, I'm going to be talking to Miss Casey Carney. That song, Guns and Glitter, that gets to me still. I heard it this morning on the Rise and Shine show. Love that song. I'll be Wednesday talking to Mr. Drake King. Thursday, Miss Jessie Tyler Williams from Alberta, Canada. And Friday, a great promoter from Sherman, Texas, Miss Phyllis Salter Gann. So a great week lined up next week for interviews. You can check them all out on our website, IndieCountryRadio.net. Just hit that More tab and drop down to our live interview schedule, and you better keep refreshing because Brenda's adding more all the time. Misty Loggins is up next. If everything else fails, ladies, here's a secret. Talk country to 'em. That's the title of this song on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
City clocked me going 90 in a 45, and there are laws against makeup application while you drive. I said, officer, sir, I don't mean no harm. I'm just hauling these tomatoes from our family farm. Well, his knees started shaking and his jaw hit the ground. Said, didn't know you're from the country, didn't mean to slow you down. It ain't my cooking, it ain't my style, but I got one thing that drives the men folk wild. Don't blame me for what happens, I can't help what I'm doing. The boys go crazy when I talk country to them. Never have to pump my gas in the Quickie Mart. Can't recall the last time I put away a shopping cart. Always get 6 extra and my 5-piece tenders, and there's a crowd waiting for me at the drive-thru window. Now don't be jealous, it ain't my fault, and they still don't pay attention. They just love to hear me talk. It ain't my cooking, it ain't my style, but I got one thing that drives the men folk wild. Don't blame me for what happens, I can't help what I'm doing. The boys go crazy when I talk country to them. They go hog wild, now don't ask me why. They hate to see me go, but love to hear me say goodbye. Love to hear me say goodbye. Well, the telephone rings around 3 a.m. and I know it has to be that prank caller again. I said, save your breath, pervert, I know why you called. Yes, I'm wearing my Carhartt overalls. It ain't my cooking, it ain't my style, but I got one thing that drives the men folk wild. Don't blame me for what happens, I can't help what I'm doing. The boys go crazy when I talk country to them. Oh, they go crazy when I talk country to them. Hey boys, y'all mind giving me a hand with these tomatoes? Oh, thank you, you're such a sweetheart.
Indie
Country Radio is the one-stop shop for indie artists, from logo design to artist promos that you can send to any station. You create the music and we create the ways to get it heard. To find out how to take your music to the next level, send an email to indiecountryradio@yahoo.com. Let our proven system work for you. Find out why Indie Country Radio is truly New Country's best.
I'm gonna have to burn this house down. 'Cause honey, your leaving's killing me. We put these walls up together and they still stand tall. But every loose board on this hardwood floor screeches out of memory. And I can't go on like this, just dwelling on a used to be. I can fix these halls and patch these walls, but there's no patching up you and me. There's a memory in every single room. I can't seem to get rid of you. A two-story reminder of a love that didn't work out. I'm gonna have to burn this house down. I guess I'm gonna need to pack up a few things. Whatever don't break my heart to see. Looking around, I don't see much that's been untouched. Everything must go, pictures and clothes, and I guess I don't need this key. 'Cause I can't go on like this, just dwelling on the used to be. I can fix these halls and patch these walls, but there's no patching up you and me. There's a memory in every single room. I can't seem to get rid of you. A two-story reminder of a love that didn't work out. I'm gonna have to burning memories till there's nothing but ash. I'm starting fresh, yeah, I'm starting from scratch. 'Cause I couldn't go on like that, just dwelling on you and me. I could have tried to pretend, say that it could have been fixed when I knew damn well that it couldn't be. With an old matchbook and a can of gas, I said goodbye to what we had. Two-story reminder of a love that didn't work out. I knew I had to burn this house down. Oh yeah, I knew I had to burn this house down. Oh. I guess I'm gonna have to burn this house down.
I'm burning this one up with lots of great country music today on a Freebie Friday and giving away CDs and everything. Having a good time. We sure had a good time with him yesterday. His name is Jeremy Parsons. That is called Burn This House Down. And a great radio interview took place yesterday on Triple Play Thursday with Mr. Jeremy Parsons. If you missed it, you can just head over to our Spreaker account, Spreaker.com. Up at the top in that little gray box, search Indie Country Radio. You'll see Today's Country with Tim Kelly, Jeremy Parsons interview. You can download the interview and listen to it over and over again if you so wish. We absolutely love that too. Good stuff. And I'll tell you what, like I said earlier, I'm booked all next week. If you would like to schedule one, hit up my sister in radio, Miss Brenda Corbin, at DJ Brenda ICR on Twitter, or you can send her an email at ladycamprat@aol.com. Mr. Trent Tomlinson is from Kennett, Missouri, over in the Boot Hill on the eastern side. A great singer, a great songwriter. His latest single is available for viewing on Indie Country Television. He's got a great video to When She Goes There with Trent Tomlinson. Let's go there right now on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Freebie Friday.
I know that number, but I ain't picking up. She's coming over, gonna pick up her stuff. Ain't in the mood for a real big fight, wrecking my mind. Hell no, not tonight. Turn off the lights, say it, lock it all up. Grab the keys and go fire up the truck. Ain't gonna be nowhere to be found when it all goes down. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. For long as I'm bellied up to a bar, I won't see her climbing out of her car. I won't see her stepping up on that porch, coming that door, get to doing what she came here for. I know there's no way I can take her looking so good while she's walking away. If I'm gone, I could brush it off like it never really happened at all. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. Truck ain't gonna be nowhere to be found when it all goes down. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going. There, wanna be here when she goes there.
Nobody knows new country
like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Too many heartaches, bad breaks really did me in. So I swore 'em off, built up a wall, said I'd never fall again. Living the single life, just my dog and I, thought I had it all, but then that girl came along. Yeah, she proved me wrong. Ain't nothing like a good woman to wake up to in the morning. Man, it feels good, don't it? To look into her eyes, feel a fire deep inside. Let that girl's loving bring your stress down to nothing with a little kissing and a hugging. Oh, let me tell you something, ain't nothing like a good woman. When the moonlight peeks through the blinds and dances on her hair, I let my fingers trace that pretty face and let them wander everywhere. I pull her close to me, let her body speak and feel the passion in the air. Oh, nothing's ever felt so right. The way she loves me all through the night, ain't nothing like a good woman. To wake up to in the morning, man, it feels good, don't it? To look into her eyes, feel a fire deep inside, let that girl's loving bring your stress down to nothing with a little kissing and a hugging. Oh, let me tell you something, ain't nothing like a good woman. Oh, there's nothing like that girl's loving to bring your stress down to nothing. A little kissing and a hugging. Oh, let me tell you something, ain't nothing like a good woman. To wake up to in the morning, man, it feels good, don't it? To look into her eyes, feel a fire deep inside, let that girl's loving bring your stress down to nothing with a little kissing and a hugging. Oh, let me tell you something, ain't nothing like a good woman. Ain't nothing like a good woman. Ain't nothing like a good woman. Ain't nothing like a good woman.
He is a great songwriter and a great artist in his own right. He produces many of the artists that we play here on Indie Country Radio. He is originally from Mount Vernon, Missouri, now making music in Nashville, Tennessee at what he calls the Hit Pit right there on Music Row. His name is Beau Fuller and a great tune called Good Woman. Miss Madeline Victoria is a good woman herself. She is from San Antonio, Texas. He Only Loves Me on the dance floor from Madeline Victoria on today's Country from Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this Free Beef Friday.
It's Friday night, looking for a good time. It's been a long week and he's on my mind. I won't give in
is where country music lives.
Folk music.
We're the people's favorite. Show the world you love your country. Delivering a much-needed neck punch to the status quo.
What does that even mean?
That means, in addition to the variety you've come to expect, you'll also hear songs like this.
Under a blanket of stars where she first held my hand, I grew from a boy to a man in the country.
And this.
A bottle of wine on a riverbank, sitting on a blanket, staring up at the stars, and daring each other to drink.
And this.
Gonna need another night like this. You got something that I can't resist. One kiss and I never wanna let you go. Oh, oh.
Thank you for listening to Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Some people got it, some people don't. That cool head vibe, that rodeo vogue got in a style, amazing grace. You walk into a room and it's right in your face. Talking attitude from head to toe, seeping from your bones and erogenous zones. Don't need money or boo-boo friends. All you gotta do is lose confidence. Feel it from the inside out. Express yourself. Not there, man, it ain't what you say, it ain't what you do. It's a state of mind, it's an attitude. Ain't what you wear, it's the way you brew. It's an energy, it's an attitude. Sexy sister, you know the trick. Gives you longer legs, irresistible lips. 'Cause when you got it, it's evident you can be anything, even president. Feel it from the inside out. Express yourself. Not there, but it ain't what you say, it ain't what you do. It's a state of mind, it's an attitude. Ain't what you wear, it's the way you brew. It's an energy, it's an attitude. Energy, it's an attitude. Beauty queen strutting, but don't you know she's bluffing? She just ain't got the gift. You can drive a fancy car, hey Mr. La-di-da. You can flaunt a body, don't mean zip. Saw the dude down in Biloxi, drive the beatable jalopy. You were turning his left and right. Thank telling mama got the Zula-la persona. Make you shiver, make you sigh. It's an feel it from the inside out. Express yourself. Not there, what you say, it ain't what you do. It's a state of mind, it's an attitude. Ain't what you wear, it's the way you grew. It's an energy, it's an attitude. Ain't about the bling, ain't about the look. It's all about your inner truth. You can talk the talk, but you can't be cool. It's an energy, it's an attitude. Attitude.
Oh, they are big time, and I'm busy in the chat room. Hey, we got a new listener in here, Linda Carver. Let me tell you something. You need to PM Brenda Corbin. If you're not friends on Facebook, PM her anyway. Tell her I sent you over there. You just won yourself a Tammany CD sitting right here on my desk. How about that? And that is timing right here on Indie Country Radio. Well, it's time to play this young lady from El Dorado Springs, Missouri. Her latest single is called Your Love is Like a Sunday. My good friend Camber Kane on today's Country from Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on a Freebie Friday. Giving stuff away. Cool.
When that morning ray of light comes slipping through my window, I know everything's just right. With your head there on my pillow, it's another don't wanna go anywhere feeling that you're giving to me. Even on a Monday, you make me believe your love is like a Sunday, just like an angel shining down on me. Your love is like a Sunday, sweet as a gospel song. Worry about tomorrow or the crazy world outside, 'cause every minute you're with me, I know I'm always gonna find that peace inside. Your love is like a Sunday, just like an angel shining down on me. Your love is like a Sunday, sweet as a gospel song, sung so heavenly. Your love, yeah, your love is like a Sunday drive down the back road or on the front row of the church pew singing hallelujah, hallelujah. Your love is like a Sunday, just like an angel shining down on me. Your love is like a Sunday, sweet as a gospel song, sung so heavenly. Your love, yeah, your love, baby, your love, yeah, your love is like a Sunday, like a Sunday, like a Sunday.
Because there's no such thing as enough country. You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now. Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
So it's been a while since you hit me up, and I've kinda gotten thinking things since you picked me up. If you got something on your mind, boy, don't let it take you all night, boy. going halfway, still up to you. Are you gonna do this or not, boy? Are you gonna kiss me or what, boy? Come on, slide on over, get a little closer, start leaning in. Quit taking your time, if your lips come out, I might be okay with it. So get on with it, 'cause I'm down with it, and I'm just saying, we're both here. No, it wouldn't be a bad idea. No, just take a risk, just go with it if you're feeling it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. If you slide on over, get a little closer, boy, lean in. Quit taking your time, if your lips come out, I might be okay with it. So get on with it, 'cause I'm down with it, and I'm just saying, we're both here. No, it wouldn't be a bad idea. No, it wouldn't be the worst thing, baby. No, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Just slide on over. It wouldn't be a bad idea.
That is a former song of the week. Her name is Maggie Baugh. That is called Bad Idea. I say good idea every time I play that one. Absolutely. Hey, we're going to change up the song of the week coming up this Sunday. So if you guys would like to suggest what you want for song of the week, just make sure the artist has at least 3 songs in our library so we can play them on every live show all week long, including the big one, Triple Play Thursday, that was yesterday. That's right. That's how much we love supporting the indie artist. We play 3 songs back to back to back on every Thursday show. So good stuff. You can head over to our website, IndieCountryRadio.net, hit that Song of the Week tab, and from there you can shoot us an email, IndieCountryRadio@yahoo.com, on who you would like to hear next week all week long. Well, I want to thank Mr. Haas himself from San Antonio, Texas, for a great radio interview today. It was awesome. If you missed it, it is recorded. It'll be available to you in about an hour, or just an hour, about a minute or two on Spreaker.com. Search Indie Country Radio. And thank you again, Mr. Haas from Texas. Absolutely. Monday morning at 11 o'clock Central Time, I will be live with Jaegertown at 11:30. And until then, we will see you on the radio. You can rise and shine with Brenda first thing Monday morning at 9 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget Kicking Country with Rob Charles tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Central right here on Indie Country Radio. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye-bye now.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown.